On that note, let's take some phone calls. 617-830-4750 is the number. It's always great to hear from people around the country. Who's on first today?
Yes, hello, David. This is Jared from Downingtown, PA.
How are you?
Pretty good. I have a question for you and Lewis. I was discussing recently, because of the Orlando shooting and ISIS and the whole concept of gay rights and all that stuff. If you or Lewis were in Syria, and I was discussing this with my boyfriend, and if you were in Syria, which side would you be fighting on the ground, if you were there, hypothetically?
Well, I would not be fighting for Bashar al-Assad, right? I mean, I think that would be clear, although I understand that by being in the opposition, I would sort of implicitly be aligned with a number of elements that I don't find particularly pleasing, right, Lewis? I mean, I think I would try to not be in Syria, and I would probably only be there if I survived a plane crash that happened to be flying over Syria. I would avoid going to Syria pretty directly and proactively.
We turn my mic on, of course, yes, but I would agree with you that I would certainly not be fighting for the government, for Assad, and unfortunately, yes, you do align yourself with some people you don't want to be partners with, but I suppose I would just try to join up with what we refer to as moderate rebels.
What do you think? I mean, who would you be fighting with?
I asked my boyfriend, who's African American, he's gay, he's an atheist, he's liberal, and he basically said that he would be fighting for Assad, not because he likes Assad, it's just because he's the lesser of several evils in the war, and because Assad, if you live under Assad, you can be gay, you can have bars, as long as you don't talk about politics or anything like that. As for me, it's hard to say. Maybe the Kurds or something along that line. It's very hypothetical for me, but I thought it was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, well, at least one black, gay, liberal American would be supporting Bashar al-Assad if they ended up in Syria. Very, very interesting. Thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you, Liz.
All right. I've talked about how people of all ages, but particularly millennials, are owning cars less and participating more in the sharing economy. And one of the more popular options is Zipcar, which gets you a car when you want it, when you need it. They offer all sorts of cars, SUVs, hybrids, whatever you need. It includes insurance and it includes gas. You just pay for the time that you actually use the car. And you can reserve the car online, from your smartphone over the phone, then you unlock it with your Zip card. Each car share member reduces their personal CO2 emissions by between 1,100 and 1,600 pounds per year. For our audience, Zipcar is offering $25 of free driving credit if you sign up at joinzipcar.com/David. Support our show, reduce your carbon emissions and your spending on cars. Sign up at joinzipcar.com/David.